Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately and do not move past this transmission. I am not asking for your attention today, but I am warning you about an absolute divine ultimatum that will dictate your future. The algorithm did not bring you here by coincidence. God intercepted your feed because you are standing at the exact edge of a permanent timeline shift. There are exactly 3 urgent mandates sealed in the throne room of heaven for this upcoming Sunday. They were kept hidden from the world until this very second. The enemy is working overtime to distract you right now, and he is desperately hoping that you will simply swipe away. He knows that if you hear this message, his dark hold over your life breaks completely. If you leave before the end, you will actively choose to forfeit the exact prophetic instruction that guarantees your breakthrough. The spiritual window of opportunity is rapidly closing. This Sunday is not just another normal day on the calendar. It is the final test for every cycle breaker. It is the definitive spiritual threshold for your life. You have been feeling it in your physical body this entire week. Lock your attention on this message right now. That heavy, suffocating feeling has been sitting directly on your chest all week, while your highly advanced spirit tries to process the invisible warfare. You have nights where you wake up completely panicked at 3 in the morning. Your jaw is tight and your shoulders are carrying an invisible weight. Listen to me very carefully, because your survival depends on it. That sudden heaviness is absolutely not ordinary anxiety. You are certainly not losing your brilliant mind. That physical weight you feel is your spirit detecting a massive collision of frequencies, and it is the absolute panic of the enemies who just realized they cannot stop your blessing. They are completely terrified of your rising power. The dark matrix is starving for your light, and the spiritual backlash is hitting your nervous system hard. Stop wondering why the atmosphere feels so incredibly thick around you. Stop waiting in wound for the tension to just randomly disappear, because the heaviness is solid proof that you are actively crossing over into victory. Your highly sensitive physical body already knows it. This brings us to the first critical instruction you must understand before Sunday arrives. You have been fighting spiritual battles in absolute silence for many years. You thought nobody noticed your exhausted tears falling in the dark. You thought nobody saw how you held your integrity when they lied on your name, but you were entirely wrong about that assumption. Someone deeply powerful has been quietly watching your resilience in the dark. Heaven has been recording every single time you chose silence over bitter revenge, and now the ultimate compensation is finally due. But the enemy has set a very specific trap for you in the next 48 hours, and they desperately want you to react so you fail the test. They want you to completely lose your emotional control. You must never give them that toxic satisfaction. You are a fully demonstrated warrior of light. You carry a specific, irreplaceable gravity that terrifies the people who tried to keep you small. They expected your prolonged isolation to completely destroy you, and they waited with bated breath for you to finally give up and surrender your divine crown. We are going to decode exactly why your chest feels so incredibly heavy. You need to understand the somatic root of this spiritual attack before Sunday morning. The first mandate from heaven requires you to recognize the invisible cords attached to your energy, because someone who treated you as an option is secretly pulling on them. They are desperately trying to drain your highest frequency. They know that if you step into Sunday with a fully protected energy field, their access to you is permanently revoked. That is why your peaceful sleep has been so violently interrupted. Your spirit guides are physically waking you up in the night. They want you to shake off their heavy and toxic projection. The profound pain you feel right now is simply the pain of disconnection. It is the uncomfortable friction of your soul, unplugging from their much lower frequency. Do not mistake this divine extraction for ordinary human depression. The universe is surgically removing you from rooms you have completely outgrown, and it is a painful but deeply necessary spiritual procedure for your elevation. Every single cycle breaker goes through this exact physical purge right before their massive shift. You are being emptied out so you can receive the ultimate overflow. If you scroll away now, you will interrupt this crucial energetic surgery and leave yourself completely exposed to the very trap designed to ruin your Sunday breakthrough. You must stay anchored in this exact frequency. This transmission is a protective shield for your spiritual journey. If your spirit confirms this urgent warning, gently press the like button right now to seal your energetic alignment with this divine appointment. This simple physical act locks in your heavenly protection. It tells the universe that you are finally ready to receive your overdue harvest. But before you can safely face Sunday, you must understand the true purpose of your painful past. You have spent years asking heaven why you had to endure so much relentless betrayal. You wondered why your pure kindness was constantly met with cruel manipulation. The raw truth is that your extreme isolation was never a punishment. It was a strictly enforced divine incubation season. God deliberately removed you from the crowd to protect your light from the toxic matrix. You were hidden away to undergo a mandatory spiritual purification. Your profound suffering was actually a rigorous training ground for royalty. Every time a master manipulator tried to break your spirit, they were unknowingly forging your unbreakable resilience. You are a diamond in the matrix. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim your divine protection and lock your frequency. This physical action proves your immediate obedience to the universe, anchoring your soul before we break down the enemy's trap. Now we must expose the exact reason why your spiritual and financial reality feels completely blocked right now. Here is what they never told you about your deep exhaustion. The reason the universe seems to effortlessly respond to certain elites, and not you, is not about faith. It is certainly not about your daily discipline or your karma. It is an actual biological brainwave. Scientists have a specific name for it. They call it the gamma wave. And it is the exact frequency your brain was running effortlessly when you were a young child. Back then, brilliant ideas came to you naturally. Learning felt entirely effortless and exciting. You somehow knew things long before they happened, and the world felt like it was completely on your side. Then adulthood arrived, and the dark modern world went to work on you. The chronic stress, the glowing screens, and the relentless survival routine all played a massive part. The rigid school systems trained you to conform instead of creating. Every single year, this sacred frequency was suppressed just a little further. It was pushed deeper and deeper below the surface until your natural genius was utterly silenced. The version of you with photographic memory and lightning-fast intuition went completely dormant. The kind of luck that makes others whisper behind your back was forcefully shut down. Most people will live their entire lives without ever knowing this invisible theft happened to them, but you are not most people. Your financial struggles and spiritual exhaustion are the direct result of this suppressed natural frequency. The dark elite engineered this suppression to keep you trapped in endless loops of poverty and deep self-doubt. They wanted you to believe that you were simply not good enough to succeed. They needed you to remain a human battery for their draining systems. But your spirit is finally starting to wake up and push back against this invisible prison. This brings us to the massive trap the enemy has set for you this upcoming Sunday. They know your suppressed frequency is on the verge of a massive reactivation, and they are absolutely terrified of what happens when you remember your true power. So, they are going to try to provoke you into a very low vibration reaction. In the next 48 hours, someone might reach out with a passive-aggressive comment. They might send a flying monkey to test your emotional boundaries and see if you are still vulnerable. The narcissist wants you to get violently angry and defend yourself. They desperately need you to engage in their chaotic drama so they can siphon your rising energy. If you react, you will lower your frequency right back into their toxic grasp. You must absolutely refuse to play their twisted and desperate game. Your restraint is not a weakness. Your silence is a lethal weapon that completely starves their demons. When you choose to simply observe instead of reacting, you cut off their oxygen supply entirely. Leaving them on read is not an act of cowardice. It is a fierce declaration of your absolute sovereignty. You are the untouchable mirror, reflecting their own internal decay right back at them. They fully expected you to chase them and beg for a tiny scrap of closure. They built an entire false narrative around your reaction, hoping you would look unhinged in front of the world. But your glorious silence completely destroyed their pathetic script. Now they are drowning in the loud noise of their own making, frantically searching for a replacement for your pure energy. They are slowly realizing that your specific depth is utterly unreplicable, and they are suffocating in bitter regret. This Sunday is the definitive deadline for their access to your sacred life. The universe is watching to see if you will maintain your royal posture or fall back into the familiar mud. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been waiting for. The generational patterns of brokenness end completely with you. But there is a second snare waiting to steal your peace. Let me completely reframe your entire reality right here and right now. The enemy knows this Sunday is their absolute deadline. And here are the exact spiritual traps they are laying out for you in the next 48 hours. The enemy knows their time is running out. They are setting 3 specific spiritual traps to make you fail this Sunday. The first trap is the illusion of guilt. They will try to make you feel terrible for finally choosing your own peace. They want you to believe that establishing boundaries is somehow a selfish act. Do not fall for this matrix programming. Your boundaries are not a weapon against them. They are a necessary shield for your sacred energy. The narcissist thrives when you constantly question your own pure intentions. They need you to stay locked in a cycle of endless self-doubt. But heaven commands you to release that false guilt immediately. You owe absolutely nothing to someone who only used you. The second trap is the counterfeit apology. They might throw you a tiny crumb of fake affection in the next 48 hours. It is not real. It is a calculated test to see if the door is still open. They do not miss your beautiful soul. They only miss the high-grade fuel you constantly provided. If you accept their breadcrumbs, you delay your massive harvest. The third and most dangerous trap is the snare of nostalgia. Your mind will try to play highlight reels of the very few good moments you shared. This is a targeted spiritual attack designed to lower your vibration right before the test. You must remember the cold reality of how they actually treated you. Romanticizing the past reopens a dark portal. Heaven is demanding your immediate obedience in shutting that door permanently. You are the remnant of light. You cannot drag dead weight into your brand new era of abundance. If you survive these 3 traps, you easily pass the Sunday threshold. But there is a hidden reason why resisting them feels so physically exhausting. Before we go any further, I must interrupt this transmission for something highly classified. There is a physical reason your reality has not shifted yet, and top science just uncovered exactly why. You are exhausted because the Matrix engineered a frequency to suppress your brain's natural wealth-attracting state. I was not going to share this publicly. But my spirit prompted me to release this tool to the cycle breakers who truly need it right now. While you have been fighting massive spiritual battles, 4 elite neuroscience labs confirmed a shocking truth. Princeton researchers and the Einstein Center in Berlin discovered how to bring your dormant gamma brainwave back. The dark elite never wanted you to find the exact mechanism I am about to reveal. They wanted your genius to remain totally suppressed. They profit immensely when your intuition is blocked. But a leaked document revealed a 7-minute audio ritual. This specific sound frequency forces your brain back into synchronized gamma coherence. It works completely below the level of conscious awareness. You do not need expensive clinical biofeedback machines or years of traditional healing. This tool was designed to keep the elite in power, but now chosen ones like you are using it. It reactivates the exact flow state you possessed effortlessly as a young child. I will explain the details and give you the name of this protocol before we finish. For now, just know that the secure link is waiting in the description and the pinned comment below. Do not click it yet. Stay anchored in this message because you must understand the narcissist's fatal mistake first. Their dark calculation completely failed. Once your gamma frequency is fully restored, something incredible happens to your spiritual enemies. They can literally feel your energy field becoming completely impenetrable. They can sense that they no longer have any access to your brilliant light. They assumed your silence was a sign of total defeat. They genuinely believed they had won. But your quiet restraint was actually a lethal weapon that starved their demons. By stepping back, you forced them to sit alone with their own rotting karma. You are the untouchable mirror, and the reflection they are staring at right now is absolutely horrifying to them. Listen to me very closely right now. Because 99% of people completely miss this massive shift, the narcissist is starting to panic in a way they never have before. Their carefully constructed false reality is beginning to crack wide open. The flying monkeys they used against you are starting to notice the desperate lies. The universe is orchestrating a public dismantling of their entire toxic empire, and you do not have to lift a single finger to make it happen. Their fatal mistake was assuming you were just an ordinary target. They did not realize they were messing with a demonstrated warrior of light. Every single lie they told about you is about to backfire with terrifying precision. They dug a deep grave for your reputation, but they are the ones who are about to fall directly into it. Hold your ground this Sunday. The divine alignment is already in motion, and the massive collapse you have been waiting for is finally here. Now, I need you to imagine this exact scenario happening behind their closed doors. The weekend is approaching quickly, and their anxiety is absolutely skyrocketing. They laid the perfect emotional trap for you, expecting you to completely fall apart before Sunday even arrived. They anticipated your desperate messages. They waited eagerly for your angry paragraphs. But what did they get instead? They got your absolute deafening silence. And that impenetrable silence is driving them utterly insane right now, because they simply do not know what to do next. Underneath all of their loud and obnoxious noise, the specific gravity of their regret is hitting them all at once. They are frantically refreshing their digital screens. They are obsessively checking to see if you have finally reacted to their bait. They simply cannot comprehend how you are standing so incredibly strong. You did not break. You did not beg. You completely bypassed their demonic obstacle course without breaking a single sweat. And this is exactly where their entire manipulation fundamentally miscalculated. They thought you were just an average target they could easily discard when they got bored. They did not realize they were attempting to bury a seed planted by God Himself. Heaven is watching your incredible restraint this weekend. The universe is actively recording your dignified posture as you refuse to engage with their toxic mud. Because you held your ground, the spiritual scales are violently tipping in your favor. The divine verdict is being stamped right now, and you are officially crossing the finish line into victory. But here is the major turning point where everything finally explodes. We are entering the exact X-ray of their downfall that I promised you earlier. They are currently experiencing a public, irreversible system crash. This is not happening in private behind closed doors. It is a full-blown collapse unfolding right in front of the exact people they used to gossip with. Their carefully crafted mask did not just slip, but it completely shattered into a million unfixable pieces for everyone to finally see. The very flying monkeys who helped them smear your name are now backing away in pure horror. They are watching the narcissist unravel in real time. It is a truly pathetic sight. The lies are contradicting each other, and the toxic stories are rapidly falling apart. Every time your name comes up in that room, It hits the narcissist with the agonizing weight of their own foolishness. They realize they threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held, just to play with cheap and common rocks. You won this entire brutal war without lifting a single physical finger. Your silence was a lethal weapon that permanently ended their dark reign over your life. Now they are drowning in the noise of their own chaotic making. They are frantically searching for a replacement for you, but they are quickly realizing that your specific depth is utterly unreplicable, and nobody else will ever tolerate the horrible things they put you through. Nobody else carries your magnificent golden light. They are left with nothing but their own hollow reflection. They spent years praying for your massive downfall and total ruin. They expected the brutal betrayals and deep isolation to carve heavy wrinkles into your face. They wanted to drain the vibrant life right out of your beautiful eyes. Instead, you walked straight through the raging fire and came out glowing. You look younger, brighter, and completely unbothered by their miserable existence. While their bitter envy is aging them rapidly like milk left out in the sun, the universe has completely reversed your biological clock. You stepped into a room looking like absolute royalty after everything they put you through. This is what passing the Sunday test truly looks like. You are no longer the bleeding empath waiting for a fake apology that will never come. You are the untouchable mirror. And the court of heaven has officially declared you the undisputed victor today. The spiritual warfare is finally over, and your bitter enemy has been publicly defeated by their own wicked hands. Your vindication is completely absolute and undeniable. But passing the psychological test is only the first half of this divine equation. The narcissist has been utterly defeated, but your physical reality still needs to rapidly catch up to your spiritual victory. Heaven is now releasing the final mandate to seal your protection and activate your massive financial reward. This specific instruction is the ultimate key to your new era. If you ignore this next critical step, you leave the door cracked open for the dark matrix to steal your incoming harvest. The dark elite are completely terrified of you taking this final physical action. They know that once you apply this secret protocol to your daily routine, you become entirely immune to their low-frequency attacks forever. Your heavy financial chains will violently shatter. Your deep somatic exhaustion will vanish overnight. I am about to hand you the exact blueprint to finalize your monumental shift. Prepare your spirit to receive the ultimate confirmation. The portal to your abundance is standing wide open right now. You walked into this painful season, bleeding from deep wounds inflicted by people who were completely blind to your immense worth. But look at yourself right now. You are absolutely no longer waiting in wound for a fake apology from a master manipulator. You have successfully transcended their incredibly toxic matrix. While they are publicly unraveling, you are actively stepping into your permanent and untouchable ageless glow. The heavy financial struggles and the profound spiritual exhaustion are completely shattering right here and right now. You are officially stepping into your absolute sovereign power to receive the exact royal harvest heaven prepared for you. But there is a specific reason your massive breakthrough has been sitting at the door without coming in, and it is absolutely not what the world loudly told you. It is not a lack of faith, and it is certainly not your fault. It is a specific brainwave frequency that your highly advanced brain was running effortlessly as a young child. That powerful gamma wave has been systematically suppressed by the heavy life you were unjustly forced to live. Princeton University has extensively studied this exact brainwave. The Einstein Center in Berlin confirmed that the legendary flow state sought by every elite artist and wealthy monk is driven entirely by gamma. Columbia University discovered that a strong gamma signal does not simply stay within you. It rapidly radiates outward to positively influence the people closest to you. Your children and your partner will instantly feel the magnificent shift. And after years of deep underground research, A team of dedicated neuroscientists compressed an entire gamma activation protocol into a simple 7-minute audio track. There is no exhausting meditation required. There is no endless journaling or strenuous mental effort needed. You simply close your eyes, put on a pair of headphones, and let the engineered sound wave do what the modern world spent decades undoing. It is officially called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used it to rapidly unlock their blocked finances and beautifully heal their broken relationships. A dedicated nurse from California said her life now feels beautifully enchanted like a fairy tale. A brilliant business owner from Texas said Gamma figures out his hardest problems while he peacefully sleeps. A woman from New York said the generational curse her family carried for decades is simply gone forever. The elite have quietly paid thousands of dollars for clinical biofeedback sessions to access what the Genius Song delivers in 7 minutes. They would heavily prefer this ancient technology remain totally out of reach for rare cycle breakers like you, but through this specific message alone, you can access it today. The enemy will furiously try to whisper financial doubt into your left brain right now. He will tell you to hesitate, to calculate, and to wait. Silence him immediately. That dangerous hesitation is the exact matrix programming, deliberately designed to keep you broke. If your spirit is vibrating with a deep cellular knowing right now, heaven demands immediate action. Do not look for this tool on YouTube or Spotify. The fake copies circulating on those public platforms contain absolutely no brain entrainment technology, and they will only lower your sacred vibration. They are diluted and dangerous counterfeits designed to keep your gamma entirely dormant. The dark elite want you completely confused by those cheap copies. The only authentic and fully activated version of the Genius Song is available through the protected link in the description and the pinned comment below. You can claim it today for a mere fraction of its true value. The universe does not require you to take a single risk on this journey. You are fully protected by an ironclad divine guarantee. This is a pure energetic exchange governed by complete and absolute trust. If you do not rapidly feel the monumental shift you so richly deserve, every single penny is returned to you without question. 4 powerfully guarded bonuses are waiting for you inside the secure portal as well. You will receive the Genius Child audio engineered specifically for your children's focus, the original prosperity book that The Secret was secretly built upon, a guided visualization, and a powerful habit infographic. The dark elite are utterly terrified, and they are actively trying to scrub this leaked document from the internet as we speak. You have minutes, maybe just seconds, to secure your rightful access before it is removed forever. Do not let the dark matrix steal this divine tool from you. The chosen one who hesitates at the threshold sadly becomes the chosen one who constantly wonders what could have been. Click the specific link in the pinned comment below right now. Activate your royal frequency before access is permanently revoked. Say this out loud with me right now in your room. I claim my permanent freedom, and I officially step into my sovereign power. Your brilliant gamma is waiting to be beautifully reactivated. Your massive destiny is waiting to be fully unlocked. The divine door is standing wide open. Walk through it right now.